warm welcome. Let's talk number 3, Daniel Ricciardo. Now, this will cause controversy and probably an unpopular opinion, but as I have always been on the channel, I give an honest and straightforward opinion, and that's the way I'm always going to be on this channel. I'm not going to not say something controversial just because it might cause a bit of controversy on the channel. Now, sport is about opinions, and I welcome opinions on the channel. But it's time now. I've been thinking of this for a while. Is Daniel Ricciardo overrated? It's time to call it into question. And I'll be straight right now, and I'll say it straight, not even 55 seconds into the video. Daniel Ricciardo will not be a Formula 1 world champion. Simple as that. He's a good driver, but he's not elite level, in my opinion. Yeah, and that is what we're going to talk about. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo, don't get me wrong, he's fantastic for F1. His personality is loved by the fans, but he won't be a world champion. He will be remembered as a nice guy of the paddock, a smiling individual, but he won't be remembered as a world champion. Daniel Ricciardo will not be world champion in Formula 1. And that's the reality here. You can sit on the fence all you want and say he will be world champion, but let's have it real now. He will not be world champion. And this is me being straightforward, giving an honest, straightforward opinion, as I always do on this channel. I like Ricciardo. I think everyone loves Ricciardo. Everyone loves, Albon. Nice guys, but this is brutal. This is Formula 1. It's not a popularity parade. Daniel Ricciardo will not be world champion in Formula 1. I mean, look at this season, for example. He's gone to McLaren, and people are still on the bandwagon of give him time. He's had 8 races. He's been absolutely... Well, let's be honest. I mean, it really has been a shambles, his first 8 races at McLaren. I'm a McLaren fan, and Daniel Ricciardo simply has not scored the points that McLaren should be scoring. That is factual. Lando Norris has already got 2 podiums, and Ricciardo's best finish is 6. Norris has been on the podium at Imola, where Ricciardo let him through, played the team game, give him credit, and Monaco. But he has not been performing. I don't care what you say, whether you're the biggest Ricciardo fan you want to be. He has not been performing. Lando Norris is on 76 points. Daniel Ricciardo's 34. So straight away we'll do the maths. We go to 36, 46, 56. Already 42 off his teammate. I mean, very alarming. And that just proves that Ricciardo, whatever you want to say about Daniel Ricciardo, make all the excuses you want, he's simply not adapted to the McLaren car. Now, this could be crucial come the constructors when battling for third with Ferrari. Of course, McLaren gained massive points at France, but they need Ricciardo to score more points. Look at quali today, for example. Daniel Ricciardo knocked out, qualified P14. Lucky that Vettel got his lap time deleted, promoted to P13, as Lando Norris was second in Q2. And then if you wrap up qualifying, Lando Norris qualified P4, got promoted with Valtteri's penalty. Lando Norris P3, Daniel Ricciardo P13. It's time to question it now. And it does infuriate me that, no one questions Daniel Ricciardo because he's a fan's favourite and everyone loves him. But let's have it real now. He's gone to McLaren. He's not been performing. You can, you can give it all the nicey environment, but he's not been performing. Like, you look at his career right now. HRT, then he goes to Toro Rosso, then he goes to Red Bull. Max was number one, he jumped ship, he goes to Renault. Renault was a complete waste of 2 years of his F1 career, and now he's at McLaren, and he hasn't adapted well to the McLaren. We look at Daniel Ricciardo's statistics. He's got 7 wins, which is kind of ironic that he's got 7 wins at different circuits. His last win was at Monaco, where he finally got redemption round the streets of Monaco. But I'll admit, Daniel Ricciardo, he's a brave racer. He's a good overtaker. Yeah, but the question needs to be called now. Is he overrated, Daniel Ricciardo? He's got some amazing wins. For me, his best win was probably China. The China win, where he put that amazing move on Bottas. I mean, I was quite surprised when I looked at his statistics. When he had 31 podiums, I didn't think it'd be that much. But even when you look through his career, he's only got 2 titles. Formula Renault 2.0 and British Formula 3. So, yeah. Is he a bit overrated, Daniel Ricciardo? I mean, he's a fan's favourite because he's a nice guy, he's laid back, he's smiley. But this is Formula 1, it's brutal. I mean, let's be real now. He's not adapted well to the McLaren. He wasted 2 years at Renault. Renault was an absolute disaster. He got 2 podiums at Nürburgring and Imola, but it was a disaster. His best year in Formula 1 was probably 2014, when he went up against the 4-time world champion and actually took him to school. So, for me, that's Ricciardo's best year. Just looking at his results here, 2015, the Red Bull was not great. He got Hungary 3rd, Singapore 2nd. 2016, the emergence of Max. He did quite well. Monaco, Hungary, Germany, Belgium. Quite consistent in 2016, to be fair. 2017, a lot of 3rd places. 2018's where he had the reliability issues, and Max was number 1. Max was number 1, he jumped ship. He went to Renault, which was a non-event. Absolute waste of time. I don't know why he went to Renault, he should have gone straight to McLaren. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo will not be a Formula 1 world champion. You can call me all the names you want, but that will be factual. He won't be Formula 1 world champion. Yeah, and when he went to McLaren, no one would have predicted Lando Norris takes him to school. Lando Norris is taking him to school. Daniel Ricciardo, I mean, apparently he's got 3 pole positions, so even he's not like amazing in over a Saturday, Daniel Ricciardo. Yeah, for me, Daniel Ricciardo doesn't seem the most loyal of people. I'm guessing if it continues as bad as it's going at McLaren, he will jump ship again. Trust me. He will not stay at McLaren. Now, this is an honest, straightforward, no PR bullshit, straight to the point. You can say all you want about Daniel Ricciardo. Yes, we like him. He's a fan's favourite. But let's have it real now. Let's speak some facts. You don't get this in the F1 media because they like to hype up the drivers, be best mates with the drivers. Daniel Ricciardo will not be world champion. He's a good driver, but he's not elite level, in my opinion. Yes, he's won 7 races, but as soon as it got tough at Red Bull, he jumped ship. He wasted 2 years at Renault, and I would not be at all surprised if he jumped ship again, because he's not adapted to the McLaren. His best result of 6. Yeah, he's at, like, no one would have predicted this. I'm sorry, no one would have. Like, I expected Ricciardo to beat Norris. I expected it to be close, but I did not expect Norris to be so far ahead of him. Like, qualifying, okay. It's like close. But the races, Lando's 6-1 in the races. That's humiliation. And you mark my words, Daniel Ricciardo, he thoroughly believes he's going to be world champion. He's 31 years of age. He thoroughly believes in his talent and ability. And we all know Daniel Ricciardo has the talent, he has the ability, but it's about being in the right team at the right time. And what's happening in 2021? Oh, what a surprise! Daniel Ricciardo jumped ship. And who's leading both championships in 2021? A certain team he used to drive for. How ironic. Yep. It is what it is. I mean, 2022, who knows who dominates? Hopefully McLaren can dominate, as I support McLaren. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I give an honest, straightforward opinion. I don't think Daniel Ricciardo will be world champion. I don't think Bottas will be. The world champions on the grid are Max. People who have not won a world championship yet. Max will be world champion. Russell will be world champion. Charles Leclerc will be world champion. These are the people I think will be world champion. I think Carlos Sainz is in the same bracket as Ricciardo. He's a good driver, but I don't think he'll be world champion. Bottas is the same. Yeah. Comment down below. I would love to know your thoughts. Of course, this will cause controversy, but I'm being straightforward. I'm being honest. I'm giving an honest opinion. Daniel Ricciardo will not be a Formula One world champion. Do I think he's overrated? Maybe a tad of I do, because I think the media big him up. I mean, Paul di Resta is a perfect example. Paul di Resta absolutely blows Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo can do no wrong in Paul di Resta's eyes, so yeah. But that's how I've always been. Like, I'm a Formula One fan. I love Formula One. I give an honest opinion, and my honest opinion is that Daniel Ricciardo is a good driver. In my opinion, he's not elite level, and he won't be world champion in Formula One. And I guarantee he will jump ship. He will not stay at McLaren. That's my biggest doubts about Ricciardo. He's not loyal. He won't stay in the team. And I guarantee if it continues like it's continuing, getting outshined by Lando Norris. Lando Norris stepped on the podium twice. Ricciardo's best finish is 6th. He won't be staying around to be outshined by an English rookie. This is a guy who beat Sebastian Vettel when he was in the prime of his career. So, yeah. Bahrain 7th, Imola 6th, Portugal 9th, Spain 6th, Monaco 12th. Awful. He says he owns the streets of Monaco, but finished 12th. Azerbaijan 9th, France 6th. Yeah, finds himself 42 points behind his teammate. Very alarming times for Daniel Ricciardo. I would love to know your thoughts. Really, comment down below, get involved. And of course, this is an unpopular opinion. I expect debate in the comments, but Daniel Ricciardo, 9th in the standings, 34 points. Of course, this could change as we do have the race. On Sunday, Daniel Ricciardo qualified a dismal 13th. He could score points. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to bring this out, because maybe I'll bring it out Sunday morning. That would probably be sensible. Maybe I'll bring it out on a Tuesday, because we don't have a video planned then. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Lando, probably driver of the season. He's absolutely battering Ricciardo. Comment down below, honestly. Would love to know your thoughts. This is controversial, but it's honest, blunt, straightforward. No PR bullshit. Ricciardo won't be an F1 world champion. You can diss it up as much as you want, but that's facts.